if it works. Just a second. So we can start recording now. Please choose your language and let's start. Sorry for the delay. It was an issue with this conference, this meeting, and now we can start. Yeah. Как переключиться на язык, мы напишем в чате. So how to switch to your language, we will write in the chat. So let's start. Yeah, we can start, Satyarati.
Okay. So, palm together. Way inner to open the space, which is kind of absolute chaos. Thank you for your patience. Inhale deep. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Adgure Name Sugadgure Name Satgure Name Siri Gurudev Name Adgure Name Sugadgure Name Satgure Name Siri Gurudev Name Adgure Name Sugadgure Name Satgure Name Siri Gurudev Name. So I guess it's one facet of this coming September is the time beyond time. And we start beyond time, so we are in time. Time beyond time is the split, the cliff between all those who received an activation from this new human, this new world coming, and seriously consider that it's true for them more and more. So it's already happening. Many people since the last 3 years, actually, it's already a very settled movement of population who change their lifestyle, the location, relocate themselves. But this is on the surface, on the outside, but inside there, massively many people are really changing and reconsidering their priority, their commitment, and this is really amazing. So we are now moving into a time where some are conservative, trying to save everything they can save from the old. And that split, actually, you don't see it in a very tangible way. It's like putting a glass in an aquarium. Yeah? So we can see through. Everybody is in the midst of everybody else, but the separation is now completely happening. So what is interesting is if you are fully chosen for new values, the old world will not affect you as we could see before. And more you are rooting yourself in the new, more and more invulnerable, inaccessible from the old world. So when the crashing and the chaos, so this is what is in the time now as this deep tendency for bringing more confusion, more chaos. I think it is coming of a lot of deception. Yeah? Remember, after the COVID, there was a time of regaining hope that the world will go on like before. That was the motto, and it did. Surprisingly enough, it did for many people. Coming back into sort of a normality of the frame, the landscape of before. The problem is now is popping up the consequence of this, how it affects all the economics, all the politics. And so there are many things coming up as a wave. So that's what I say. We are entering the fall season slowly, at the end of the summer, and the ripeness of the fruit, what we seed in the spring and before, is now coming into fruition. So we are coexisting, that there is no need for a fight between these two worlds at all. So if you really choose values, and the measure choice always, and I will never repeat it enough, is between connecting to fear, and from fear, the motivation of your changes, or connected to love. And we have no idea what love is. We were living in a world of projected love. So we are now, I guess, also ripening and realizing if we choose love, it's a love story. A love story means I do not exist, I am available. I'm available to serve, to support, to inspire others. So, and this is, I think, this September, if you really focus on that, everyone has a gift, and these gifts are spiritual gifts. That means we all and each of us have a capacity to support, to create a space of supporting others, encouraging others, inspiring others, healing each others. And until now, we thought, oh no, this is just something fantasist. It's gonna be now where the time we are entering is this capacity are becoming more obvious because of the need of the deconstruction. There are many things deconstructing, and it's opened the door for reconstruction. And if you look at individuals, it starts by this. Each one is deconstructing his fundamentals of belief system and attachment. And when this is gone, there is an open space, and those who already made the steps are able to open a space of love and trust, kindness. This quality are so essential. So if we nourish and we focus on this quality, we're going to see an amazing possibility to really uplift, support the others. And more we are opening ourselves to service, concerned by bringing other people into the new space. But I think it's not demagogy, it is the people who choose already, but are destabilized. They just need a connection, they need a space of support. And those who already make the step are already rooted in the new, they just can generously offer that. We just did an amazing awakening of the self, the Vedaswa week. And it's incredible how in few days, people are able to open up, to trust one another, to bring on the table things they would never dare to talk to anybody before, even not in their family, and start to heal each other with not specific skills. And it just spontaneously happened. So I think it is more and more possible to enter this space, to create the space ourselves for others to join, to feel welcome, to feel inspired, and to find the strengths to keep up through. So for those who are behind the time and not beyond time, of course, there is this other side of reality that the chaos is coming more intense. But again, it's not something scary, it's just the opposite. Through this chaos, there is so much possibility coming up. So it's a kick, it's a kick for people who still are in between chairs, or doubting about themselves or the possibilities of muting and changing. It becomes almost imperial to change, as the world is ruled by imperialism. The new world is coming in the form of imperialism. We have to, many people facing the absurd of betrayal, of scandals, extraordinary revelation of stories that nobody could even imagine. That is a kick in the ass of those who were doubting. That's when you see the nature of the chaos, you give yourself a freedom to move. So deception also, it's playing a very strong role. Deception starts by self-deception. How come I could be such a naive and limited, wanting to, stay in the safe side of the story and afraid of moving? And when you start to see the lie, the betrayal, the abuse that is becoming so extraordinary, that you get the strength to from this self-deceit to go for truth for yourself. You have nothing to lose. You have no hope to invest anymore. So that's what I mean by chaos. The positive aspect of chaos is the chaos is opening doors for those who are the late comer. Say late bloomer in a time of fruit. You see what I mean? Catch up. So massively, I think people will realize and will catch up with the move of the change. So this is accelerating definitely. And of course, we may find, and it's already there, chaos on the political level, chaos on the economical level. So I don't want even to touch these things. So for me, the symbol is, the other months I was talking about the fire and the coming back of Shiva. I think September with the rainy season is a fire under water. That's how I see it. The water start to boil, so start to evaporate. And I would say, if the water is an amazing media, we are 80 or I don't know, % of water constitution. And the water had this incredible property to carry on the memories of messages. It's incredible, the number of bits of memory that a drop of water contains is enormous. So imagine that when the water boiled and evaporate, it infected the whole ether. So when we are all going to be boiling ourselves emotionally, so I think that's the water sign is directly linked to our capacity to expand the emotion magnetic field of feelings. Yeah. So the feelings are communicating extremely fast. You know, somebody sad can make a whole room sad very quick. Somebody hilarious and fun can make everybody fun for a very short time. Yeah. So this propagation of messages through the water boiling will send this message of imperial necessity for change. Yeah, that message is really communicating faster and much more subtle. So which is not like reaction to the physical context of life, but rather now reach the level of your soul, your spirit, you know. You feel that the need for change, for expansion, for yourself and collectively. So the awareness, wherever you focus your awareness will be boosted. That's what I see. The fire, boiling water, that means you boost the emotion. So if you focus on despair, deception, complaining, and playing the game of the chaos, you're gonna expand and intensify that feeling. So watch out where you put your focus. You know, it's true love and fear. It's sometimes extremely difficult to distinguish. Some people pretend that they love somebody by subconsciously being terrified by being alone. Yeah. So some kind of pinky paint on love doesn't mean that you are away from fear. Yeah. And massively in the old world, we were locked in some boxes of so-called, you have to love, you have to stand for the love, which was a mental love, a definition of love, a projection of love, a culture of love, which has nothing to do with love. Nobody can claim he loves somebody. We are all swimming in the ocean of love. We come from love. We are love. So we cannot possess love or possess object of love. This is absolute nonsense. So whenever you hold on control and etc., it's all fear. It's not love. So the confusion between true love and projected love or human love, we need a transcendent love. This is over the game of putting pressure, emotional pressure on each other and locked each other on dependency. This is over. The love I'm talking about is the love that expands the space of one another. When we share the flow of love, that you feel exalted, you entering a magic space where things happen beyond the space you are. That's what we call fifth dimension, beyond the glasses. There is another reality that depending on your frequency, and this is emotional. Don't think spiritual has no emotion. There is the same frequency that can demote, create a disaster and kill somebody. The same energy, which is emotional magnetic field, can boost somebody and bring the healing. So watch out what kind of love you're focusing on and really be honest. This is absolutely fundamental. And this month, you cannot continue to lie to yourself. You cannot continue pretend this and that. Just sit with yourself honestly and see how actually you're really entangled in a fear. Whatever it is in your life, any corner, finding, chase it like a rabbit, corner it, face it, embrace it and let it go. So it's a fantastic month of healing all sense of despair, how we call depression, self-deception, deception about the hope of this whole world. I mean, this is thousands of years of hope, and all is falling apart. So there is a collective deception. Oh my God, you know, not seeing how we're going to get out of this thing, but we're already out. There is nowhere to go. It is here and now. It's our shift and open the heart. Get out of the fear of this ghetto of living in a universe limited by fear. All of a sudden, I give a chance to others to expand as much as I can expand myself. So this is painting windows on the wall and seeing that they were always there and they were always open. So this is not a dream. This is the reality. And wherever you focus, that's what you create. Remember that. It's very, very important. So it is a month anticipating the winter time where condition outside is like so much tornado and fire and boiling that is really advised to go inside. Introspection is fundamental. Meditation, I keep on repeating this, but I think if it can motivate you this time, spend half an hour in silence every day or 11 minutes if you have no time, but this will change your day. Silence means observe the busyness. By observing the busyness, you will realize that the one who observes busyness is silent. You understand? But first of all, you're just busy. The mind is projecting, distracted, looking for attraction, inspiration, false dream, or I would say imaginary dream. Yeah. So this just constitutes more energy to bring confusion. We don't need to imagine another world. We don't need fantasy. We just need to sense, open ourselves to the space of deep peace. And that frequency will be felt by millions of people. Remember, we are all connected, and it's getting even stronger and stronger. The mutual impact in the psychomorphic field that is chaotic, completely disaligned. So everyone that sent a message by his presence, by his mind focus, is felt by everybody. So it's super important to do this pratyahara practice, control yourself, your mind, and the thoughts you believe you think. the power you allocated to your thoughts. And when I talk about thought, it's not concept, but it's also emotion is a thought with a magnetic field. It's even more like a bomb. Yeah? When you start to amplify a thought through an emotion, it will reach people around, and definitely the people of your family, the close people, and finally the people who are not resonating with you. So that's create this cacophony of magnetic field and psychomorphic field. So we're not aligned. We cannot learn from one another. So we can influence. This is really the moment to realize each one of us, by his presence, will impact and influence the field, everyone. So I would invite you to choose this month to get real in your spiritual life. You know, we see so many people come here, thousands, who are touched by the sharing of this incredible teaching. And finally, take this as another distraction or lightly. This is also not possible anymore. If you take it lightly, that means you don't take it. So this is all or nothing, and we are reaching this time now where the spirituality is not about religion, projective faith, and ideal of what is a saint, what is a spirit warrior, what is a light warrior, la la la. It's not about definition. It's about to become real by yourself, real in your practice, and don't practice from projection. I should do this, I should do that, and then if I do all this, I will be spiritual. That's absolute nonsense. The first step to be spiritual is sit with yourself and honor yourself as an unlimited being. Do you understand? To move into spirituality is that the priority is that you yourself design yourself as an unlimited being, and you sit with that one together every day. And every day you look at the world from that perspective. You change your binocular. Instead of looking for what I'm going to pay my rent this month, sit from this binocular that I am unlimited being. So all the problem, I give it back to Source, who created me. She will solve it much better than me. It sounds like a joke, but you never tried. Honestly, it's again, the barrier is the fear against trust. And this is a frequency again. So you cannot afford to live without faith today. And it is not faith in Judaism, in Christianity or Islam or Buddhism or whatever you put your faith. Faith is be 100% in your true frequency, unlimited frequency. And that is not faith for something, and not a faith projected, is to be in faith. Yeah, it's a sort of incredible density of being and manifest your presence, being unlimited. Yeah, I cannot explain that. It's through meditation, through breathing, through singing. You can connect to that core essence. We have the sensory system super activated this month. So you can be either totally romantic, emotional, and dragged down by a wave of attachment, wave of anger, wave of pride, etc., or you can connect with this sense of we are collective, we are one, we are here to support one another and vibrate to this unlimited, unconditional kindness. So whenever you connect to the core essence, you are expanding the kindness within you and around you. Whenever you merge into an experience of oneness with the whole, that will vibrate and reach out far, far from your environment. So these practices are essential now. Realign yourself, reconnect to the center of oneness, reconnect to your kindness, and vibrate, just vibrate. Feel to be egoless, yeah? The need to prove you're somebody, the need to defend that you're gonna, you're brilliant, you're spiritual, even that, It's egomaniac. We don't need to prove we are spiritual. We are born spiritual. We don't need to have attribute and sign outside, or I don't know what kind of symbolic environment to show that I am spiritual. I am. I need to just accept, embrace, recognize that this is me. This is truly me, spiritual, unlimited. So then there is no need to claim. There is no need to bargain. There is no need to defend. If people put you down for your crazy spirituality or your crazy idea, ignore it. Ignorance cannot raise in you a behavior of ignorance. When you are unlimited, you are in bliss, you are in kindness. There is nothing to fight. There is nothing to defend. And you can expand this feeling in service to others. So I think all of you who are teachers, and our master has really propagated the idea that we are not here to be sheep, following a shepherd. This time is over. It's a time to be a lion and to inspire each other, yeah? With courage, with faith, with strength, with containment, with perseverance. So what do you choose? Exalted yourself through service means every day you will meet people who are complaining. I mean, this is the great longing, complaining, I don't have that, I miss this, I don't have, yeah? So it's not that you have to give them anything, but you can just inspire them so they move out of the neediness. And this is really, really important, because that is like spreading like a virus. I can be exalted. I don't have to let myself down. Yeah. He was teaching that we should never let anybody down, but the problem is you let yourself down. So now if you keep yourself up, you will be able to inspire and elevate others. So these are very key, important elements for the months that come. So also this chaos increasing, the beauty of that is give us a capacity to adapt. Adaptability is something you need, because the meditation in the new is progressive. It's not like, boom, everything from one day to another is over. So this, without concession, without giving up any part of your clarity, your alignment, you can still adapt. How can I juggle? How can I move with the time as it is, but not lose myself, not compromise, not. So it is delicate and difficult, and it's each of us have to find the way. In the midst of your family, if you don't have big family around, if you are more like working, or it will be in the midst of your employment and work, or whatever you create, your new enterprise. It cannot jump in the new immediately, but it's not a reason to reset it from the past. So this is what I mean. Adaptability is, okay, what is the step I can do now? And I do this one now, immediately. And that will bring you slowly to the next, yeah? But don't imagine that you're doing the new, like from now, and it's all new, and the economics is new. It's not. The context is not, so we can't. So one of the best value of a yogi, it's really moving with what is, because beyond this duality, beyond this chaos and crisis we are all going through, there is a way to dance with the essence. The essence of life is behind also the past that is going away. The essence is there, so we have to deal with it. We don't go with a mind that is, would be like to be also in the Piscean age, if you want to create the new with the old mind. You know, it doesn't work. So we need to adapt, and there is no recipe, unfortunately. I cannot give you like, do like this, do like this. It's not. Everyone has to be creative, so much creative that you can find your very unique solution. And every step we do, crystallizing a solution, I mean, this is even a wrong word, because we don't crystallize anything. We are on the move. But moving through transformation, being constant in that move, that means you adapt to the condition and you don't give up that new movement you give to your life. So that's what we're doing here. And it's just so inspiring to see that it is possible. Actually, there is, and especially now, the split is becoming so clear. And the non-interaction between the old and the new, this is like going, yeah? So if you don't hold any regret, any hands in the past, the new is here. It just will take time to take form. And that with patience, perseverance, constance, and trust that dancing with the adaptation to the new will fall in place by itself. If you just will be part of that new, because you're able to, it's like, how you call this martial art, you know, the Aikido. Aikido is the opposite of Judo. You know, you don't bring your strength to destabilize the others. You use the destabilization of the others to let him fall by himself. So this is exactly it's a kind of a feminine strategy, not using your muscles, but the muscles of your opponent. So he fall by himself. Yeah. So that's the strategy. We are not fighting anything. We are not hooking on anything. We are letting the energy of the old nourishing your own movement, yeah, by correspondence, by resonance. So no fight, no, only kindness, adaptability, and mutability, that I'm open beyond any sort of what I know of myself, what I know about life, what I have dreamed about life, to mutate. So it's not just transform, change the form around, it's mutate inside. So I think these are a component of the big environment, but they are intensified. In September, it's going to be very intense. So that's what I feel. You know, in summer, everybody goes like, woo, go on the beach, forget it. And many people, the last 2-3 weeks have been in a zero zone somehow, but not shunya at all. It's just forgetfulness. So September is always coming back. And I think this year will be so much stronger. We cannot afford to let go for even a week the necessity of being aware, the necessity to focus on kindness, the necessity to nourish this in ourselves and keeping ourselves in high frequency. We can't, and that's what happened. The last 3 weeks, so many people get loose and you can feel it in the field. So the coming back is like compression. So I think September, it will be this strong acceleration of pressure of time, strong acceleration of chaos as a blessing of a kick for those who are still doubting and dreaming or sleepy to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, and take the time to reset, change yourself, change your priority. So for those who already dropped the old and vibrating the new and take this sadhana to every day, really vibrate the cosmos, for those, time is now to start to manifest. It happened by wave, and the necessity to manifest in the physical plan. So the first was in your own physical body, which is the first element of the physical plan. But now it's, yeah, as I was saying, many people have moved, but now it is like coming into a collective reality. So some people are gathering, some people are networking, some people are exchanging. This is becoming very, very tangible. And I think this is also increasing. More people are getting out of the old net, entering the new grid, will be able to collaborate, to cooperate, and to manifest even, you know, who knows, local money, as it is already starting in many places, completely out of grid, but very effective, very, very effective. Organized community, you know, we have not a clue. If we see all the stories the last 40, 50 years. In the 60s, everybody wanted to live in community. And he went to the wall because we were totally egomaniac. Today, we can't claim, be egomaniac. You can't run any community based on egomaniac or control or any sort of a philosophy. So it has to be human. It has to be real. So if you start by choose to be real and honest to your true self, then there is a chance we can meet and share a common space. And that's the community of the future. We cannot imagine a tomorrow without becoming more solider, more connected on the practical level, not on the tablet. The connection has to be local, has to be in the earth. And the respect to the earth start by a new agriculture. I will never stop to repeat this, but it sounds totally weird today. But tomorrow we will go back to many, many, many small agriculture projects with completely a new awareness, consciousness of how to love the earth, how to have a relationship to the earth, to nourish the earth and to be nourished by the earth has to come back. So wherever you have a small project, whatever size doesn't matter, is the consciousness you put in your relationship to the earth that bring this incredible wave of healing. So regeneration is coming. The process of, as soon as cows destroy old stuff, and you see destruction everywhere, we think all the fire is a criminal or it's intentional or people want to kill everybody. It's just a place that completely erased and a space for new. It's going to be in so many various ways. We have no idea how it comes. But when you see something falling apart close to you, that is a new space to be regenerated. And regeneration is already starting. So it's not just the ending process with global warming, but it's also awakening and a birthing process of what can regenerate. So that's the law. What has been destroyed is giving space for what needs to grow again. So this is the natural cycle. Yeah. So I think be with the cycle, be on the wave, don't hold and hook on, don't lose yourself in the deception, go over that, transform this energy and activate your faith. I mean, this is for me, the resume of the September. When time is on, you start. Yeah, that's what it says, vibrate the cosmos. These principles are completely accurate today. I think I don't see how you can live without this. This is our daily routine, this 5 Sutra. So I wish you realize how important it is. And this is the gift you can offer yourself, but it is a solider gift. More you vibrate yourself and more you are a channel for this new energy, more you can benefit and make others benefit from that. And this is the time for this. Be kind, be serviceful, be open to others, and your problem will dissolve on the spot. Okay, so we have anticipated, we put our program out a long time before, as it is somehow an obligation to post our intention of program, but this 26th of August to 1st September, we have planned to work on the saint. These archetypes, we have this wheel of healing, and we call it level 3, but it's not a level, it's beyond level. It's just a very intense week of experience about these archetypes in resonance with ourselves. So each of us somewhere is a saint. But how do we resonate to that, and how we conquer the fear of being in such a level of frequency and responsibility? Actually, the archetypes is a level of truth. And we are using the archetypes like crystal to realign ourselves, to elevate our frequency and to realize that we are divine. Yeah. not by definition, by nature. So pathless path, that's how we call it. It is not a place to get a teaching from outside. It's the place where you can dive in fully immerse yourself and be renewed in your deep resistance and inspired. Let the ego desire dissolve and move with this egoless being that we are all becoming. So it's a lot of introspection, meditation practice, and intense practice. So, and anybody can go through, don't worry. So we wish to see some of you. There is some open places. And now we're going to start our own practice for this month, which is oriented toward pranayama, but not only. So we're going to go for this first practice, which we call Trishula practice. You know, this Neptune tools that Shiva had, it's a combination of fire and water. So we want to chase the demon. Demon are our obsession. You know, they inhabitate, they are like ghosts in our aura, in our magnetic field. They activate your program and they won't make you believe that you are missing something. You constantly like a beggar, oh, I don't have enough this, I don't have enough love, I don't have enough sex, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough roof over my head, I don't have enough security, and blah, blah, blah. So these are haunting ghosts, yeah? And if you think that you can improve your life by listening these voices, you just totally collapse, because that is the essence of karma. If you listen a voice that is in neediness, you're going to create more complication. And I know everyone who is bored just love complication, but I think it's time to realize, do I really need a complicated life? Isn't it enough chaos and problems all over the world to create my own life more chaotic? So, but to resist to this ghost voices is very hard. And if you repress this voice, it's getting worse. You know, this imagery that you take a sword and the monster is in front of you and you say, now I'm going to get you. You slither the head goes and 7 comes up. So not only 1 tablet of chocolate, now you need to face 1 kilo of chocolate a day. And you eat your kilo of chocolate and again you have not enough. Do you realize this now? So this compulsion has to stop. You can't be the slave of your own compulsion. Yeah. So that's what we mean by this Trishula. Please, it's like a prayer. Make me free. That's what they call temptation. Temptation is to be activated by ghosts that convince you that without this, you will be like a poor beggar. Yeah, not. It's the opposite. Without this, you will be free. Do you understand? So chase away your ghost. Huh? So here you go. You put your fingers like this and you go for 45 degree up, 45 degree down. Yeah, like this. It's like 90 degree. You take and sandwich all the ghosts. And this is in the sphere, in multi-dimension. You address your own ghost. All those who manifest to you and still drag you down and still put you down, that with this terrible neediness, and those you don't even know that are waiting for you at the corner. As soon as you are free from 1 chocolate, then comes alcohol, then comes sex, then comes money, then comes, you understand? Endless. So try to chase all of them in once. Isn't it a good idea? Here we go. And Ariom Tat Sat, you know, by the by the distraction unto zeroness, truth pop up, and I am emptying, I am welcoming Shiva, who is the one who can burn this attachment, this projection. So, Hari Om Tat Sat Nama Shivaya. Yeah? So we go like this. And this movement is not very fast, but the breath is breath of fire. So we want breath of fire is a shallow breath from the navel, but the navel is an incredible, miraculous center that can create incredible change. That's where everything started. You were born from your navel, you will be reborn through your navel. So pulse this navel like if you're giving yourself a new life, and chase away all the demons, all the obsession, all the neurotic attachment, and close your eyes and go for that. Fears are the root cause of this hallucination. Yeah.
Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namah.
Strong intention to dissolve, chase your demon.
Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya.
Send the energy in your fingers like a weapon. Chase away
Hari Om Tat Sat
your own fear,
Namah
your own doubt, your own neediness. Let it go.
Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Shivaya.
We stop at 7 minutes. If you love it, you can do 11 minutes. Inhale more. Chase away. Be ready, hold the breath, and we will do a count breath out at the end to completely empty yourself of any sort of attachment to that. 3, 2, 1. Out. Let go. This is fundamental, not to subject yourself to your own doubt. You need to say, I ignore you, I don't need you, go back where you come from. By trying to understand your doubt, you become the object of your own doubt. So just don't do it. Yeah, chase them away and say, that's energy I don't need. I don't need confusion. I don't need doubt. I don't need to judge and deceive myself. Yeah. So that was so the second is, if I am not deceived, if I am empty, I feel vulnerable and I will fill myself with self-love. love of self. You understand? Self-love is not to be selfish and end up like a egomaniac, maxi narcissistic. I love myself. No, that's what self-love means. I fall in love with unlimited self in me. Very different, very, very different. So we put the left palm over the right, and you have the two thumbs pointing out against. So here under the collarbone, you have 2 points in between the rib cage and the collar, just a little bit below here. Yeah, it's in front of the thymus area. So these 2 points here, that's where you want to press the thumbs inside. This is about truly me, yeah? And the right palm is over the left. But you press and you push the thumbs inside the body. You activate these 2 points here. These are balancing, deeply balancing you and you. I am, and this balancing of my identity. I re-inject and balancing the pressure of the 2 thumbs, and you go for Ujjayi. So this is one of the deepest practice and the most spectacular and simple. Focus on the breath with the sound Sat Nam, yeah? When you hear the inner sound in your head, in your throat, inhalation, Sat, exhalation, Nam, you're gonna dive into absolute awareness of the life forces. In the throat is where a center of a fear to be divine. You understand? The fear is not to be afraid of animals and bears and tigers. Is the biggest tiger is you. You're afraid to be God. You're afraid to be the divine being you are. So this is like, oh, I can't speak truth. Yeah. So we're gonna free that capacity to honor that you truly divine. Sat Nam, my true identity. So through the breath, inhaling, squeezing the chin just above, in between your thumbs, as low as you can, but not bending the back, just locking the chin. It's called Jalandhar Bandha. So you lock this bandha with the chin in against your throat, just above the level of your hand inside, yeah? And this is inhaling. You inhale through the nose and you will hear the throat. Yeah, and when you exhale, you stretch the head back. Nam. You vibrate Nam in the breath inside when you exhale and stretch the throat to be completely vulnerable, open. You understand? Sat, Nam. Very simple. Sat, Nam. But the sound you don't pronounce. Of course, you focus on the breath, you resonate the sound inside. So that I will put the sound outside. So you will hear it. It will give you the rhythm to go inhaling, inhaling, chin in, exhaling. With Satnam. Here we go. Squeeze in, squeeze in, and the Nam stretch back, stretched maximum. Press your thumbs in your ribcage. Inhale deep. Press your thumbs in, activate this love of self within you. Recognize you are unlimited, kind, and caring. This is truly you. And exhale. It's a remedy to dissolve shame and to dissolve sadness. So it's open yourself to infinity. So our last practice is after Satnam, what do you want? Wahe Guru, obviously, ecstasy. So this is share this infinite love with everyone. And this is the attitude of faith, is the attitude of true prayer. And we have our hands in like in a U shape up there with the Wa, and the Wa is inhalation. So again, we are not saying it, it's all subtle. This is what we call anahat, is an audible sound from within. Yeah, you hear it from inside. So the Wa is up here and inhalation through the mouth. Everything is through the mouth this time. And the A, you already break the wrist. We are descending the hands. You see my hands are perpendicular to the forearm. So from this, we are bringing A from the... And Guru is pressing the two thumbs on the, now a little bit lower, on the heart center, and compress the two palms and compress the thumbs on the thorax, on the sternum, this bone here. There is a little curve here. That's the place of the heart center. So you press your thumbs and press the palm against each other and the thumbs against the chest, and this is the Guru. Yeah, so okay. But you're not pronouncing it, you're inhaling and exhaling. We do this with closed eyes. And the consciousness is unconditional love. I am open to infinite unconditional love. I can love my enemy. I'm surprised. It's possible. You can whisper it. You can whisper it, inhaling Wa. Close your eyes. So we have a special frequency to go with in the background that manifests this unlimited joy, happiness, and love. Here we go. Time to be kind, time to be caring for one another, and time to exalt your own ecstasy. Be kind to yourself. It is slow, it is conscious. It's like Tai Chi, a very slow movement. The full breath, full inhale, full exhale. Go until the end of the exhale. Keep the spine straight when you press the thumbs. Bring it up. Maximum inhaling, full exhaling, completely empty. When you descend your hands, you bless the whole world. You send love to everyone. You bring it to your hearts and you receive. Inhale in prayer pose. And share this love with everyone, from the mineral, the vegetal, the animal, all human beings, and all the devas and angels. Share the love. Unconditional. So this practice, as you realize, there are practice of kindness, and they're super effective. There is a whole group of they call Namdaris. They are the devotee of the Nam, of the true identity. They take the vow never to repeat Wahe Guru loud. So, but when you whisper it and when you internal it, the Hanat and the Satnam as well, you go so deep. So I wish you an amazing journey. It will calm you down. It will dissolve any doubt, any self-criticism, any deception, and keeps your frequency high, subtle, and very kind to everyone. I wish you a fantastic month. We're going to close the space. There is never too much love. Remember that. And ultimately, love prevails. Doesn't matter how stupid you are. Inhale deep. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, everyone who contribute to this. Time is now for translation as well. And for those who join us for the saint and journey as a saint next week together. Bless you all. Lot of love. Be kind. Satnam. Thank you.
Thank you, Satnam.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you.